in the heart of a forgotten desert out of reach of maps, where the sand dunes shift like memory lies a ruin buried by time, a stone swallowed by centuries, and beneath that stone bones. Not a human, not a monster, but something else, bent like thunder. Huge, charred and hollow. In 2022, archaeologists discovered massive fossilized remains near the ancient ruins of Uber, Atlantis of the sands. Initial reports were silenced, satellite footage was erased, but one image leaked out. A spiral vertebra 9 feet long, burned black and covered in symbols that don't represent any language, places that whisper of dragons and demons slumbering beneath the sands of time. In many cultures, they are seen as divine beings, as intermediaries between the mortal world and the realm of the gods. They are keepers of ancient knowledge, possessing secrets that can unlock the mysteries of the universe. Dragons are the embodiment of our deepest fears, the personification of the untamable wilderness that surrounds us. They represent the raw power of nature that we can neither control nor comprehend. Carbon dating failed, the equipment malfunctioned, and all the researchers on the team disappeared from public records within a year. The thought of such creatures existing in our world is enough to send shivers down our spines. Maybe one day we will discover concrete evidence of their existence, and we will finally be able to put to rest the age-old question. Dragons, are you real? They say they found a skull the size of a cart, with ribs that hummed as the wind passed through them. What if there is truth to these ancient tales that have been passed down through generations? But perhaps there is more to these stories than meets the eye. Perhaps dragons are real and they exist beyond our perception, hidden in the remote corners of our world. Or maybe they exist in another dimension, a parallel reality that intersects with our own in mysterious ways. If these mythical creatures actually exist, then we are living in a world that is far more magical and mysterious than we ever imagined. But at the same time, it's hard to shake off the feeling that if dragons are real, then we might be in danger. Could it be that dragons are real creatures that have managed to elude our modern understanding and technology? Maybe the reason we have unfound concrete evidence of their existence is because they are masters of disguise, able to camouflage themselves and blend in with this. Maybe they are so elusive because they possess powers beyond our comprehension, powers that allow them to manipulate the very fabric of reality. And with this discovery, the silence of the desert began to whisper again. Dragons are real. They're the guardian of forbidden knowledge, the fire-breathing guardian of truths we're too weak to hold on to. To excavate the past is to break the pact we made with fear. We chose not to believe in monsters because it was easier than admitting we ever bowed before them. But some bones don't stay buried, and some truths are hotter than fire. Yes, dragons are real. Hear me out. Long before empire and scriptures, Bedouins told stories of Dahak, a demon with serpent wings cast into the sand for defying the stars. He didn't breathe fire, but memory, burning entire cities from the minds of the living. Now, some say they're just dinosaur remains, distorted by legend, but the bones don't make a sound, and excavations don't change locations overnight. If they'd found a dinosaur, the media would be abuzz with headlines, but there isn't even a scientific paper published about the discovery, as if it never happened. Dohak, it is said, was not killed, but merely buried. His bones are embedded beneath a temple of obsidian and ash. With every century, the sand shifts. Its weight above him grows lighter, a little closer to waking up. Some tribes leave offerings on the edge of the dune, not to honor him, but to keep him asleep. Now, do I believe in dragons? No, and yet the bones refuse to stay silent. So, is this the end of the story? Of course not. Let's keep going. Dragons are more than just a myth. There are ruins all over the world that seem to have sprung from myths and legends. Yet despite their terrifying presence, dragons also symbolize wisdom, strength, and immortality. And here's the kicker. What if dragons aren't just figures of myth and legend? What if they are real? When we hear tales of dragons, we often dismiss them as fantasy or folklore. Maybe the truth is stranger than fiction and dragons really do exist. The idea that dragons might be real is both exciting and terrifying. After all, dragons are often depicted as fierce and powerful creatures, capable of great destruction. So, let's just keep an open mind about this. Let's consider the possibility that dragons are real. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more updates. See you next time.